We have racialized conversations all the time.
Equity and anti-racism need to be in the forefronts of our minds.
In my first year in preschool with a class of my own,
my sexuality, I choke up and joke that the answer's not easy. Like I'm watching that shit, I look at, is it Shang or Mulan? I like boys and girls, but I still don't know. For every crush I've had, I'd be rich.
I'm a fourth grade teacher, and I do a lot of work with social justice and equity in my classroom. We have racialized conversations all the time. But there's one thing that keeps coming up that I'm not quite sure how to tackle. It's the slang, with cultural appropriation of slang terms. Like, sheesh, they're doing that a lot. Or like, oh, that's fire. Am I asking kids not to use the slang that comes up because it's probably culturally appropriated from POC?
So when you're out of town, and we did that too, she thinks it's special, but it's all
story time. This has been my first year in preschool with a class of my own, teaching alongside another queer neurodivergent educator, and we have been rocking our twos class. We've been talking about gender and skin color and consent and empathy and our bodies and autonomy. It's been fabulous. But our teaching team is shifting and a new person is being onboarded. So today at the lunch table, when the topic of gender and genitals came up, one of our students plainly looked up and said, well, I'm a girl today, but I know that teacher Co isn't. No, they're NB. And the look on the incoming teacher's face was priceless. She just looked around at the two of us and said, this class is incredible and I am so impressed.
My friends, it is June, which means it's Pride Month. That is a month that we celebrate all of the incredible people who are members of the LGBTQIA+ community. We're going to learn about what you can do as an ally to help support those members as well. Pride is a celebration. It is a month-long time for us to remember all of the incredible people who have made an impact on the world, who are members of the LGBTQIA+ community. This is a month so that we can take action. We can show that we are actively working to make the world a safer, kinder, and better place for all members of the LGBTQ+ community. Black and brown trans women are the ones who made our rights possible.
White people, if you don't mind, boost this post. People of color, I have a question. I'm making an equity unit and I am getting to the last week where we're going to talk about how we can make change. What can we do to change the awful system that's in place? They're fourth graders, but I speak pretty candidly with them and they're really good at talking about race at this point. And what I want to do is role play. I want to role play situations that happen on the playground, in their living room, where racism comes up, and I want to role play them being a disruptor in that moment.
The education system, the curriculum, school zoning, funding, standardized testing, all of these things can create and further lead to class and racial inequalities and impact life chances for our students. Especially as a history teacher, my students deserve somebody who is going to confront and challenge the injustices and untruths that are in our history. As we develop curriculum and have conversations with our students, equity and anti-racism need to be in the forefronts of our minds, as well as giving our kids the means to gather factual information and form their own opinion. I want them to form their own educated opinions. What I'm doing is challenging a broken system and hopefully laying the groundwork for progress and justice.
Let's discuss something because it needs to continue to be talked about. You don't think white supremacy and white privilege exists? Check yourself. That's all.